Y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. Y'all, go ahead and put your judgy faces on because I got another Kindle for us to unbox. Now, before you get all excited, all I want to do right now is get the thing out of the box, see what's in the box, get it turned on, let it start getting itself set up, and then I'm going to figure out some things about it, and I'll come back and we'll talk about it later, all right? So y'all go ahead and like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans, and I'll get us set up on another camera and we'll get into this box. Well, all right, buddy, you move. All right, y'all, here we go. So let me get into the box, and here we have the new Kindle Scribe. I know, y'all, I'm so excited. Now, you may notice the lighting here's a little weird. It's dark outside. This thing just got dropped off by the Amazons, and I could not wait because, y'all, I've been waiting so long for this thing to come. Now, you might be thinking, Danielle, you're just being dramatic. How could you have been waiting that long? They just released it. I know, but I'm one of those, like, I know I shouldn't buy new tech as soon as it comes out, but I always buy new tech as soon as it comes out, knowing that like the next generation or the next generation is always going to be better. So I bought the Kindle Scribe as soon as it came out, and I loved it, and I've gone through all the updates of that Scribe, and it's gotten better and better, but y'all, now there's a new kid on the block. So let's get into this box, see what's in here, and then like I said, I'll get it set up, I'll mess around with it for a bit, and then I'll come back and tell you what I think. So let's start with, you'll know that you got to find the tab. And here, let's go on this camera. First, let me move this dog. Bobo, get out the way. Go. Go. All right, and this box is a lot like, y'all remember the box that the Colorsoft, the Color Kindle, whatever that was, came in, the sort of like low pro, very like natural colors box. So the Scribe is in a similar kind of setup, and you can, y'all, you can already see on the cover, look at the colors, I'm so excited. All right, so let me get this thing open. And I know, y'all, we're sitting on the floor because I want to be in front of the lovely Christmas tree that the intern just set up for us. So we're just going to make do with what we got here. So I have opened the box, and as always, ooh, there's another scrunchy thing. As always, there's the lovely, can y'all see this? Yeah, you can. The little Kindle guy under the tree, and it says, so long as you write what you wish to write, that is all that matters. Y'all, Virginia Woolf. Now, Virginia Woolf was nuts. Let's not get that twisted, but that's a lovely sentiment. All right, so that's the box. It's a very lovely, it's a very pretty, very sort of minimalistic presentation, which they've been doing that for a while. So y'all, here's the thing. Oh, it's, y'all are too close to it. Hang on. There it is. All right, there's the thing. So we have the new stylus that comes with it. Okay, we're going to unbox that in a minute. Let's unbox the thing. So of course it's in the like parchment paper covering bit. And if y'all are like, why do you keep looking over there? It's because of course I have my like viewfinder for my B-roll camera over there, and I want to make sure you're seeing all the things. So let's unwrap. Oh, y'all, it's so pretty. Look. And I got, did I already say this? I got the metallic jade. Oh, it's already getting fingerprinty, but that's a, oh, but look, they're going away. It's kind of magical. And y'all, in like the least me move ever, I don't have a case all ready to put this thing in, which already has me frightened. But, so there's the USB-C charging port. Can y'all see that? And there's going to be a power button somewhere, I would think. There it is. It's right there. It's right by the thing. Look, it's so like low pro you can't see it. But so I'm going to get it started. Look how pretty it is. Oh, I'm already in love. Y'all know I'm completely irrational about these things. And look, it's got the little feet on the back, which we're not going to be able to see it because I'm on carpet. But when you set it down, like that keeps it from scritching when you set it down. So I'm going to set this aside. Is it doing anything? Yeah, it's doing things. Look. I'm going to set it aside. You know what? Actually, I'm going to go ahead and tell it English. Next. Choose my region. I always want to do UK English, but then I'm like, maybe I'll get confused. So I'm going to tell it United States. Next. And we'll let it do that thing. And y'all ready for this? The new stylus. So I was like, why is it all white? It's not white, you dingleberry. It's wrapped up because it's fancy. Look. So this actually came with, remember last time, I don't remember if one came with and I just bought the fancy one, or if there wasn't one with it at all, but look, it's the fancy one. It's got the button, like a little smart button, and I think it's got a built-in eraser. So we'll figure all that out as we get to using the thing. But I'm going to go ahead and set it up with my phone, which I don't have. All right, I'm going to do this later because I don't have my phone right here, and y'all know I'm not going to go through all this. So I'll get it set up, I'll learn some things, and then I'll come back and we'll talk about what we think about this scribe. And oh, look, there's the end. This is why we keep an intern around. He has my phone for me. All right, let's go ahead and set this thing up. So, oh, dad nabbit, y'all got me all whatever, and I hit the wrong button. All right, I'm gonna do it. So there goes the interwebs. Y'all don't look, this is my password. I think I hit set up not from my phone, so we'll see what happens. All right, we're on the interwebs. We're connecting to the Amazons. Let me log myself in because I did it the old-fashioned way. Here we go, y'all, it's waking up. We're doing things. Look how pretty. All right. Okay, I'm seriously not going to sit here and do this whole thing in front of y'all. Like I said, I'm not gonna. So let me jump off here. I'll get it set up. I'll mess around with it. I'll learn some stuff. And then probably I'll just come back and tell you what we think about this device. And then let me know. Well, I'll ask you later. But be thinking about if you want a comparison between this scribe and the old scribe. But I don't even know if that matters because it's not like you're going to buy an old scribe, right? I guess maybe is it worth the upgrade? So, all right, we'll talk about all those things, but let me jump off here. Let me do some things and I'll be back. All right, so y'all sit tight. All right, y'all. I have analysis to paralysis myself, about half to death with this thing. Well, for one thing, I keep stalling finishing up this video because I don't want to stop reading on my fabulous new Kindle to actually like put together some notes and make a video. I have finally done that. I got up off the couch, made some notes. I'm going to try to be organized and talk to y'all about, now I thought about what we want to do. Like, do we want to just talk about the new things about the new scribe? Do we want to do a new scribe versus old scribe? What do we want to do? And I have come to the conclusion that I don't want this video, I say this all the time, I don't want this video to be 100 hours long. So I just want to talk to you about a few like basics about the scribe, just sort of in general. Talk to you about what's new about the new scribe, and then at some future, and that'll give you time to ask questions. And then at some future point in time, we'll do a deep dive, get into like the guts of the thing, because, well, we'll talk about this. The guts of the new scribe are the same as the old scribe, because it's the same old scribe. So let's just jump straight into it. The scribe is, of course, y'all, I don't remember what I said in my unboxing because it was literally a month ago. So the scribe is, of course, just like a big old turbo paper, like the good Paperwhite. What's it called? The premium Paperwhite or Paperwhite? Whatever, the fancy Paperwhite. It's essentially that, but really big. It's got a 10.2-inch screen, 330 ppi, that whole thing. And hang on, you know what? Let me get over here and get us on, so I don't keep doing this. Let me get us on another camera so y'all can see the whole thing. So hang on a second. All right, so I've scooted y'all back. I'm gonna scoot the thing back a little bit. And hopefully you can see everything you need to see. All right, so, like I said, it has a 10.2-inch screen. And so, y'all, I know we're not going to compare, but here's the old scribe. and here's the new Scribe. So you can see they look just alike. Like, I think if you look at the cases, I think I even bought, I mean, it's a relatively the same case. I could probably take this Scribe out of this case and put the new Scribe in it. Like, they use the same case as everything. They're very, very similar. This one, see, it's got the white. Can y'all see that? It's got the white around it, which makes it look a little bit more like a notebook. And the bezel's a little bit different. So, but otherwise, the form factor is very much the same. Of course, I'm going to just hit some of the basics. It auto-rotates so you can switch hands. And I don't know why, but I feel like when I hold it, I have to hold it on the fat side. I don't know why. It's probably just a me thing. But anyway, so there's that. You can see there's like a tiny bit of a ridge. I'm not taking it out of this case, y'all, because y'all know I'll drop it and break it and cry. Although it's not really breakable, but I will break it. But the display is almost flush. Okay, I'm going to take it out. The display, there's, excuse the schmutz on there, but it's, can y'all see that glare is going to get me? It's almost flush. Like there's just, you can probably hear it. Hang on, listen. Like that's me doing this. So the display is almost flush against the edge of the screen. But it doesn't have, you know how some of them have like an actual, like little ledge there? The Scribe does not. It is spendy. I think we probably didn't talk about how spendy it was because the intern was here when I unboxed it. Let's talk about that a little bit. It is spendy. I want to say it's like $60 more. And y'all, I'm going to talk American dollars because I have enough trouble like doing the math in American dollars, let alone any other kind of dollars. But American dollars, I want to say it's like $60 more than for this one than for the original Kindle. So, or the original Scribe. So it comes in, the storage sizes are different, but of course the thing is the same size. So you can get 16, 32, or 64 gigs of onboard storage. The 16 gigs, and each of them comes with this premium pen, which we'll talk about. 16 gigs is almost $400 American. It's like $399.99. 32 is $419.99 American, so $420 American. And then the 64 gig is $449.99. Now, I can absolutely not justify, okay, hang on, let me say this. I think probably the 16 gig is big enough for just about, like books are tiny, pages are tiny. If you're doing a whole lot of graphics, maybe it's a little bit bigger, but y'all, they're still tiny. As long as you're not using it to like tote around videos and stuff, 16 gigs is probably enough. 32 is most definitely enough. Now, did I go with the 16 or the 32? No, I most certainly did not. I went with the beefy, spendy 64 gig one because that's the only one that comes in this fancy jade green. Is there any other difference other than the storage size and the jade greenness? No. So, and y'all, you can just store your stuff in the cloud. So if you feel like the Scribe is the thing for you, and we'll get into some things about it. If you feel like the Scribe is the device for you and you're like, there is 0% chance on the face of God's green earth that I am going to spend $450 on a big fat Kindle, you can go with the smaller one and then just like, first of all, probably download all the books you're ever going to read, or just download books as you read them and then dump them when you're done. So anyway, those are the differences. Now, all three of these come with what they call their premium pencil. And it is a little premium, y'all. They're all like, can y'all see? They're kind of metallic-ish. This one, of course, is the jade green because it's matchy. But the other color is like it's actually kind of this color. It's like the tungsten color, which this is the old one. But so there's the like, I think they call it tungsten actually. So there's like the tungsten gray and then the jade green. And the tungsten ones come with a tungsten colored pen, but it's the premium pencil, right? It's got the magic button, which you can set to do different things. And it comes with an eraser, which y'all, these are better now. I can show you because I have the premium pencil from the old one. See how it's like shiny and like plasticky looking? Oh, it was very, very hard and plasticky. And it's just weird trying to erase with plastic. Like you felt like you were just rubbing plastic on something. And this just kind of feels like you're erasing. So I know it's fake. I know you're not really erasing, but it's still kind of nice. So each of them comes with the premium pencil. The old one I think came with a stylus, but you had to upgrade to the premium. So there's that. So it is, well, and y'all saw that one was plasticky. This one's more like metallic, and it just has a nicer feel to it. It's a little thin. Like I like a big old chunk. Y'all know, I like the Lamy Safari is my Lamy Safari EMR or whatever it is my stylus of choice. I like a bigger pen, a bigger stylus, even though I have little bitty hands. But so this one is a little bit thin, but it's still nice. I like it. So that's that. We talked about the colors, the different storage options. Talked about that it's 300 ppi. I don't want to jump into that. Don't look. Let me open the Wall of Winnipeg and Me, which we will read together. But so you can see, I mean, it's 330 ppi. It's a nice, crisp display that we are used to seeing on, I mean, it's a standard Kindle display. That's what we're used to seeing. We've got the brightness and warmth we can adjust. I don't know if y'all will be able to, oh yeah. So I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Yeah, it's like orange. Like it will get very, very warm and very, very cold. You can do you can schedule when you want it to become warmer or cooler. You can set it to change automatically. You can also do the automatic brightness to change with the ambient light. How'd that just happen? Oh, you know what? It was auto brightening because I'm sitting under a very bright light, so I'm gonna leave that off. But anyway, that's standard Kindle stuff. Y'all, we're not getting into all this. Stop it. I'm staying focused. Let's talk about the updates. So here's what I alluded to before, is that this is not, well, they don't consider this a new Kindle. This is, or sorry, when I say Kindle, just like rewrite Scribe in your brain. This isn't considered a new Scribe. This is just an update to the 2020, whenever the Scribe came out. Because, one, I think because these are all just software updates, and you can get them for your old Scribe, which I did. I had to do it manually. I had to do like download it to my computer and then push it to my Scribe, which was a little bit of a pain in the tuchus, but I think it was a pain in the tuchus because I'm a Mac person, so Macs don't play nicely with anybody. But anyway, I did that. I got them uploaded to here, and I didn't try all of the things, but the things that I did try worked on the old Scribe. So let's talk about some changes. Let's go into Wall of Winnipeg and Me, and one of the new features, y'all, that we have been screaming for since the day the Scribe dropped was to be able to actually write in a book. Right now, we can write in a book. It's not as slick as writing. So if you download a PDF onto your Kindle or onto your Scribe, you can write straight in the PDF, just like pen on paper, write on the PDF, underline, you can circle, you can write in between the words, you can do whatever you want. This is kind of more like creating a canvas in the book, and then your words wrap around it. Now, once you've done that, you can change it, you can modify it, and it kind of sticks there where you wrote it. So I can continue to write on here. I can erase this because what in the world does that even mean? I can write something like, I'm trying to write around my B-roll camera. So let me, you know what, hang on. Y'all hang on a second. I can write, remember this, and y'all, you can just write directly on the note. And then if you change your font or change your font size for whatever reason, it adjusts right around the note so the note stays in the same place. So it's like pinned to where you wrote it. I got to unchange this. I can't, y'all. Y'all know how I am. I can't be having my text look all like that. All right. Oh, now it's too small. All right. So I tried this. This is where I first realized that this was one of the drawbacks. You can't export these at all. Like, they don't sync from Kindle to Kindle. They don't sync from Scribe to Scribe. Like, I figured that other Kindles wouldn't know what to do with this. Like, a regular Paperwhite would not be able to recognize a handwritten note, but even from Scribe to Scribe, they don't recognize them. Like, I had the exact same book, exact same pages, open to the exact same spot, wrote a note in one, synced the other one, didn't see the note at all. Like, was no indication that I had written a note in it anywhere. So these are local to the Scribe, like to the Scribe where you write it. But y'all, baby steps. I mean, we can at least write in our books now. Now, of course, you can highlight. If you just select the pointer, you can highlight, and those will sync across your Kindle devices. But you can also, if you hit that A, that takes you to your annotation menu. You can also underline. I think the underlining is fancy looking, y'all. Let me see if it'll remember that we're underlining and not highlighting. Nope. Mine is set to highlight as a default, but yeah, you can underline now. The underlining also does not export. Like, you can't, or doesn't sync to other devices. But you can see it in your highlights menu. Like, if you go to your little notebook, you can see your highlights. So that's cool. I'm sorry, not your highlights, your underlines. You can see your underlines, your highlights, your notes, all that stuff within, like, on your local, like, locally to your Scribe. So that's really cool. Y'all, I love reading on this. It's huge. Okay, let me say this. I love reading on it in certain settings. I love, like, sitting here and reading on it. Love that. Love reading on it on the couch. I don't like to read on it anywhere where I actually, like, might have to hold it one-handed. So, like, I'll be sitting on the couch, like, propped up on a pillow holding it, and then, like, kick over to the other side and hold it. That's totally fine. But where I would actually have to, like, hold it to read it, I just don't. Like, I don't read it on the Peloton, like, I don't use my Scribe on the Peloton. I don't read on it in the bed. I don't take it in the car. I don't take it anywhere where I can't, like, post up and, like, prop it up somewhere and read on it. So because it is not my only Kindle, it is a great option for me. But as an only Kindle, except for in very rare cases, I would not necessarily recommend this. Let me say one more thing, and then I want to get into the writing features that it has. Folks have complained about it not having page turn buttons, and 100%, I do not disagree with that. But if you have mobility issues, and y'all, I'm a special ed teacher, I'm sorry, I just think this way. If you have mobility issues and you need those page turn buttons on a Scribe, like, if you want a Scribe because you have visual limitations, but you also need page turn buttons, so you want the big old screen on the Scribe, but you need page turn buttons, there are these handy dandy little page turners. Now, I don't love this one. I just happen to have it sitting close by because I have it on my couch Kindle. There are other, I'll link to one that I really like that I have on many of my Kindles. And y'all, it's the simplest thing in the world. It's like the most basic. I don't know if it's charged, but let's see if it wants to work. You just, and I know many people have seen them, but you'd be surprised how many people don't know that these things exist. So you just clip it onto your Kindle, and it's got this little, it's just, this one is actually not, there are sketchier ones that have two buttons, so it makes you think you can turn the page frontwards and backwards. You cannot. It only goes in one direction, because literally what it's doing is it's acting to the Kindle like you're touching it. So it's pretending to be your finger touching the Kindle. So again, if you have one, if you're lazy like me and you just want to be able to post up on the couch and kick back and turn your page from further away than arm's length, or like, I love it. I first got them for like curling up under the covers and not having to take my hand out to turn pages. But they're about, I don't know, I want to say $25, but I'm not sure. But I got this one. Again, this isn't my favorite This one isn't as responsive as some other ones, but it was pink. But now the other ones come in pink too. So I'll link. So if you or a Kindle lover that you love has some kind of like manual dexterity issues, this might be a good option, because maybe page turn buttons will come back on Kindles, but maybe they won't. And y'all, we don't need them page turn buttons. We got this. So that being that, let's talk about, I forgot what else I was going to say about this, but if I miss something, y'all, drop it and ask me questions, and that will help me know what to talk about when we do our deep dive. So let's get into the notebook. And let me say, before I even get into this, the notebooks, is there anything embarrassing on my, I have to look and see if there's anything embarrassing on my front page here. Notebooks have gotten better. The notebook on the Scribe has gotten much better, but y'all, it's good. I think that it is a great notebook, like jotting things down option for a reader who wants somewhere to jot things down, like in an electronic format. If you're looking for an actual e-writing tablet, there are other fantastic options out there that are a similar price point to the Scribe. Do not buy the Scribe if you're buying something. Okay, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm not trying to get up in grown folks' business, but my recommendation would be, if you're looking for primarily a writing tablet, get something else. Look at the Remarkable, which I don't have. I had it. I loved it, except I liked writing on the Supernote more, so I got the Supernote. And a little birdie told me that the Valentine's Fairy might be bringing me the Supernote Manta. Y'all, shoot me now and stuff me. I want to feel this way forever. I'm so excited about the Mantas. So when that finally gets here, it's back ordered like 2 months, 3 months. So when that finally gets here, we'll drag that baby out and talk about it. But the Supernote, that's the new A5X, the Manta. So the Supernote, the Remarkable Books has some great devices that are really good for writing and for reading. If you're looking for a good like e-writer that's also a good e-reader, look at the Books devices and some other Android tablets out there where you can download your Kindle app, your Nook app. You can download all those apps, and you can use different writing apps. The Scribe is not it. But if you're in the Amazon ecosystem, if you like reading on a Kindle and you want to be able to write on it, the Scribe it's a good option, and they've done us much better with these new notebook options. So now that I've said all those words, let's get in here and look at the notebook. So we talked about our redesigned pen, and I mentioned well, first let's do this. Let's get into a notebook. And let's talk about, of course, you can refine the pen with your creative tools over here. You can pick your different pen settings if you want a fountain pen. If you want, I should probably erase that because we're going to do things with this. I need to not be just scribbling any old where. But so yes, so you have different pen settings. You have highlighters. And you actually have a lot of setting options here. There's your eraser, which you can set like how much your eraser does. You have a lasso tool, and then your select tool. Anyway, I don't know why I feel like we're deep diving. We're not deep diving, y'all. So those are all there. You can also, this is a tiny bit of a deep dive, but it's okay. If you go into settings, this is kind of slick, and go into pen settings, it lets you pick what your shortcut button does. And I have mine set to highlighter just because the only other thing I would want it to do, I think, is eraser, and I have an eraser. So whatever, I don't know, I'll work on that. But anyway, so you can set what your magic button does. And as far as writing, okay, let's write on a different page, because I really am going to do something with, we'll do something with that page too. So as far as writing, it's actually, once it recognizes the pen, stop that. Oh, look what I did, y'all. I left it on pointer. I do this all the time. I forget to change what it's doing. So let's set it back to pen. No, you know what? I want a fountain pen. I want a fine fountain pen. That's what I want right there. Okay. So And like, it actually feels really good. It's very, I wish you could hear that. I know I'm too far away for you to hear it, but it's just a tiny bit scritchy. It's just nice. It's very pen on paper nice. So, and y'all, did I finish saying this before? That's why I chose the Supernote over the Remarkable, is because of the way the stylus felt writing on it. Like, I'm an absolute pen and paper snob, and the way that a writing utensil feels to me is, I mean, it's just a game changer. So it has some different, like, you can do, it recognizes different pressures. I'm going to stop scribbling. And so it's pretty good. Like, it's good for jotting. I mean, you're obviously not going to buy it to do artwork on, but it's good for jotting. We talked about the shortcut button. Sorry, I have notes. I'm going through my notes to try to keep myself on task. We did not say this. Let me take this off of here and show y'all this about the pencil. And this is duh, right? The stylus magnetizes if you don't whack it. Magnetizes to the side. It's got it like a flat side, and it sticks pretty well to the side of the thing. And it's not, it does, like Apple Pencil people, this does not have to charge. So this, I don't know why this is designed this way, to let the thing actually touch the side of the thing. It doesn't have to charge, but whatever. So it just magnetizes to the side of the thing so you don't lose it. Let's talk about this. So there are actually some useful new features, and y'all, it has useful AI. I know. Can you even actual useful AI? So there are a couple of things I want to talk about. Refined writing and summarization. So you can see here I just scribbled, right? Like, I know you can probably read that, but it's scribbly. See up at the top little star thing? That's the AI dealio. If I say refine writing, refine current page, yes please. There we go. Let's test out the, and y'all, it actually does a pretty good job. Now you saw, so I can either, well, we can customize this, and you can customize it a little bit. So you can change your font size, and it'll let you change the way the font looks a bit. You can choose between a few different fonts. If one of them looks, that one's a good one. Okay. I mean, it's not like all of the fonts, but you have the choice between a few different fonts, and then you just tell it add to notebook. And it, oops. Oh. So you can tell it add as first page or add as last page. Let's stick it as the last page of the notebook. So now that's in there. And my original, I'm going to go to, I got to get rid of that. That's annoying me. I don't want to keep looking at that. All right. So my handwritten version is still there, and there's the niced up version of it. Now, let's do this. So that's the refined handwriting. Let's summarize. Let me go back to my notebook. And let me go to, oh, I'm just adding pages at the end now. Let me go to this page. And I can tell it, summarize. Summarize current page. Please do. Summarizing. And there it is. And it's got me some little bullet points. And again, I can add to notebook, and I'm going to add it at the end after my other page. Now, you can have it do the single page that you're on. You can have it do the entire notebook, or you can go in and choose what pages you want to either refine handwriting on, summarize, whatever. So that's pretty slick. That's very sort of upscaled from what the Scribe was. And again, y'all, I didn't try this on the old one, but supposedly all of these features are available through the software update on the original, well, the not updated Scribe. I don't want to say the original because it's really not that much of a change. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like Scribe 1 and Scribe 2. So you saw that let me flip through all my blank pages. Y'all, that's some pretty messy handwriting right there. And I tried to switch between like a print and a script. And some of my script, like my letters just aren't right. And it figured it out. So, and I think the more you write, the more it'll begin to recognize your handwriting. I understand that if you write linearly, like my writing is obviously linear, right? Like I wasn't just like jotting things down any old way, and it wasn't just like words thrown on the page. Apparently it struggles a bit with those, but it did a pretty good job with my writing. So that's the summarizing and refining handwriting. Now I know privacy folks are out there like, okay, how does it do that? Like, what did it just do with that? So I don't know how true this is. I haven't like done a whole lot of research, but my understanding is that the Kindle software, like the AI software, does not use the, like, so the notes that I just sent for them to summarize and to refine my handwriting, they don't take that and put it with everybody else's handwriting and summarizing for their, I don't know if that's does that count as a large language model? I don't know, because it's not really I guess it is generating. Anyway, supposedly they don't use client submissions for their AI to learn from. Supposedly, like, they just take your thing, use it, and then send it back to you. They don't use it for anything. Is this true? I honestly, I don't know. So I guess use it at your own risk. But those are some pretty slick features, and they're better than what they used to be. So not going to talk a whole lot about this. We'll get into this more on our deep dive, but y'all let me know what questions you have about this. You can make notebooks in here. You can make folders. You can organize your notebooks and documents within folders. But again, nowhere near as sophisticated as the organization, the search systems, all of that on the Supernote, the Remarkable, all of those other ones are way more refined than the one on the Scribe. So if you're looking to get into something to replace like all of your paper to like organize, do your planning, do all of that stuff, this is probably not the one for you, but I think it would be a great place to jot notes, maybe jot notes about books. And I think they are definitely working on what they've got. All right, y'all, so I think that's it. Those are the changes that came with the new Scribe. Let us know in the comments. Do you have a Scribe? Do you read on an e-reader? Do you read on a big e-reader, small e-reader? Let us know what your e-reader game looks like. And let me know, are you interested in a deep dive? Maybe deep dive into the new Scribe, a comparison between the new Scribe and the old Scribe, or you don't even care, you want to move on to something else because the new Scribe is really just the old Scribe in a new pretty green jacket. Let us know in the comments. Y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you made it this far, we are most definitely friends. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. I upload food and fitness videos at the beginning of every week with some book videos sprinkled in between. See you on the next one.